Ganesh, you had spoken about certain, weaknesses in the team post the England tour, certain things that you wanted to work on. So how much have you been able to work on those areas, considering that a new tour is coming up, the time has not been, too much in this between, but still, have you been able to iron out some of the points that you saw, some of the things that you saw?
Yes, we did. We had a camp of 30 players in Bangalore, where we had 10 to 15 fast bowlers, as well as we tried to inculcate positive batting in middle overs and conversion of dot balls, and to keep the momentum going. And we had some match simulations. We played two underlight games where we scored few runs, I think 250 plus. So we are working on it, and it's a process and it will take some time. So yes, we started on it, and we will get better at it.
Yes, Neeru Bhatia, you can go ahead with the question, and then we'll go to Subodh Mayure. Neeru, you can go ahead with the question. Neeru, can you hear us?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, thanks. Can you hear me now?
Yes, you can go ahead with the question.
My question is for Mithali. Hi, Mithali. The lessons learned from the one-off test match in England. What are the lessons that you will be carrying into the pink ball match that you're going to be playing in Australia also? What is the key lessons that you've learned, your team has learned and tried to work on for the same?
I think we'll definitely carry the confidence of playing a longer format after so many years that we got to play one in England. And the test match in Australia will be slightly different because we're playing with a pink ball and under lights. That's a very different experience for all of us because we've never played under lights before. And I'm sure the girls are following the current test match against our men are playing against England, how the momentum changes in the longer format. But the way we play is again how the situation is on the ground, how the game unfolds on the ground on the particular day in the particular session is what we will be looking at. We don't go in with a set mindset. It's all about how we apply ourselves according to the situation present at that moment.
Thank you.
Subodh Mayure, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah. Good afternoon. My question is to Mithali and Ramesh. Apart from the red ball challenge at first ever day night test, considering tough opponents like Australia, what do you think that the precautions needs to be taken care, and which are the areas of concerns still?
Well, honestly, I want the team to go in with a lot of confidence, not thinking about the grey areas that we have in the team. One good thing about the Indian team is that we've played two series, whereas Australia has just played one series last year, I think. This year they are playing the first series against us. Having said that, we know that we are playing against the best side in the world, and clearly we need to get our A game every match that we play. But we are confident in the sort of preparation we managed to have here in India, considering the scenario with everywhere around the world with the pandemic, with the COVID cases. We are very fortunate to have a camp of 30 girls. We managed to get center wicket, had some match simulations, played couple of matches under lights. So we've pretty much done our preparation what we can. We only look forward to playing our best.
Okay, we'll go to Sudarshanan S, followed by Purnima Malhotra. Sudarshanan, you can go ahead with your question.
Yeah, thanks. I would want to know, we have India has one warm-up match, but it's a 50-over match. Would you have ideally liked the pink ball warm-up game in Australia as well?
See, looking at the current situation, we are happy to go to Australia and keep playing cricket. After I think England, we just had 1 month off. And it's a good thing that we are going to go there and play cricket. So that's what we are looking forward to. And I think we had enough days in Bangalore where we prepared ourselves and we back our strength. We don't go by just practice games. And we played enough in this Bangalore camp where we can say that we are prepared and we can go there and play any format for that matter.
Purnima, you can go ahead with your question.
Thanks, Anand. My question is for both of you, Mithali Di and Ramesh sir. Just if you can shed some light on the kind of pink ball test match specific preparation that you've done ahead of the game, because it's a new territory altogether. Just some specifics of the day-night test match preparation that you've done.
See, I think we need to understand we are going to play 3 ODIs first, and World Cup going forward is a very important tournament for us, and we are focusing right now on the World Cup preparation. And if you see only one-off test match, we can't just go with the mindset that we have to prepare for that. I think it's about confidence. If you carry your one-day confidence into test game, I think, and last game the way we have come back, I think without our star players not getting their rhythm, I'm very happy and I'm very confident that pink ball test we don't have to prepare very separately. At the end of it, it is a game of bat and ball. So we don't want to put pressure on the team where we have to prepare differently for every format. We back our players in that particular format, and they are good enough to react to situation. And we tried to inculcate that how we should approach every format.
Thank you.
Karunya Keshav, followed by Ajit Kumar. Karunya, you can go ahead with your question, please.
Hello, I wanted to ask, there are a few new faces in the side, especially Meghna and Renuka. Could you talk about what has impressed you about them? And also, what is the way forward for someone like an Indrani who didn't make it to the squad this time? Have you had any advice for her, for the coach?
I think we've all, as a team management, including selectors, we have faith in all 35 players who are part of this scheme of things. And everyone knows where they stand, and everyone knows where they have to improve, and at the end of it you can only carry 20 players on the tour. And we've tried to, as a team management including selectors, we tried our best to get best 22 players to the Australia. And regarding Meghna is one of the I think seasonal player for Railways, and she's been performing, and I think she stands out because she comes with the experience. She's got a skill set where we can back her in Australia. And as far as Indrani is concerned, there is a lot of competition, and that is good for Indian women's cricket. There are 3 to 4 keepers competing for the 2 spots, and we are very happy that we have 4 keepers who are fighting for that one place.
Ajit Kumar, you can go ahead with your question.
Hi, my question is to Mithali. Mithali, we've seen with the recent India's tour of England how well it was followed. India's catches were appreciated. It trended on Twitter on a couple of occasions. So there is a lot of interest in women's cricket at the moment. So how big do you think it is the pink ball test match is going to be for women's cricket? And which do you think are the challenges for the pink ball test?
Well, I think it is going to be big because most of the questions are revolving around the pink ball, then the one-day cricket and the T20 cricket. It's going to be big because the men are actually playing the test, and the atmosphere in the cricketing circle is more about the longer format. So when the girls are playing the test match, everybody will be keen to follow it and see how the girls play the longer format and what the result would be. But again, it's good overall to see that women's cricket is being followed so much around the world, and we as a team only look forward to putting our best.
And talking of the challenges in particular about pink ball cricket,
I think the challenge would be more playing under lights, because we've never played a test match under lights, and the one days are also not very frequently that we get to play a day and night one day format also. So that would be a challenge, and also playing a pink ball. We are all used to the red cherry, the red ball, but playing pink in the twilight area time is also sort of a little difficult, is what the feedback we got interacting with few of the men cricketers. So let's see how we stand up for the challenge.
Okay, we'll take last few. Vinayak, followed by Amaya. Vinayak, you can go ahead with your question.
Hello, Coach Captain. Good luck for the tour. My question is to both of you. In part, to the coach, you spoke about the fast bowler aspect in the camp. You had spoken about that after England as well. What exactly were you looking for in the fast bowlers that were present in the camp? And what was the thought process behind bringing in Meghna? You spoke about the skill set that she has and how that translates into the World Cup plans. And to the captain, what do you look for from your pace bowling unit looking forward to the World Cup? What exactly are the areas that you as a captain want to work on?
See, when I said in the last press conference from England that we have to have support to Jhulan Goswami. Okay, if Jhulan is consistent over a period of time, and we need to find her a partner who can bowl with her in partnership, so we can get results what we desire. And whatever we have, be it Meghna or Pooja Vastrikar, we are just focusing on Meghna. There's a all-rounder called Pooja Vastrikar. We are looking forward to her skill set in Australia. And everyone selected in this team has a skill set to do it. So we don't want to get into there why she's in or why someone is not. I think once the selector and the team management decides that this is the 15 or 20 or 11 we want to go with, we are fine with it, because we all have the opinion. We stay on the same page when we go into the series. And as far as fast bowling unit is concerned, we are looking for consistency so Jhulan can express herself. Because of the lack of partnership, she's a little defensive, which we don't want as a team, and she will come out differently this time around because we are giving her that support.
All right. Amay, can you go ahead with your question?
Yeah, my question is for Mithali ma'am. Mithali ma'am, considering the next year India will be playing the World Cup, so what will be your takeaways from the England series, and how will you look to build on them in Australia?
Well, I think we know that the areas that we need to improve when we came back from the UK tour, and we worked that, like Ramesh has said, that we've addressed those issues during our preparatory camp here in Bangalore, and we are hoping that we will come good as a unit in Australia, and whatever the result is, we still have few months as a preparation for the One Day World Cup. So Australia is going to be a tough and a good tour for us before the World Cup, because we are playing against the best, so we know where we stand. We also will get to know our team composition that we pretty much looking into the World Cup. And it's a good game time for us before the World Cup.
Final question from Anisha Ghosh. Anisha, you can go ahead with your question. Anisha, if you can hear us, you can go ahead with your question. You can send the question on chat as well if you want. I guess there's some audio issues from your end. You can go ahead and ask a question on chat. Coach and captain, just give us a second. We're just waiting for Anisha's question. That will be the final question. I think Anisha wants to ask about the fixtures. So, I mean, she's asking about the official itinerary, especially considering that, there have been reports that, there might be some alterations. So, your thoughts on the same?
I think we are happy wherever we will be playing. See, we are looking forward to a tour which is challenging, and all of us, including support staff, are very excited to go there and put in best effort. That's what our goal is, and it will be a good Australia series.
Okay, finally, one final question we've been asked. What are your, for Ramesh sir, has there been any discussion with the fielding coach, Subhadeep Ghosh? What do you feel about his appointment as the new fielding coach?
See, it is up to the BCCI to appoint anyone, and as far as we concern, team management, once a support staff walks in, we give him the current status of the team. We discuss, we make profiles of each player where they stand in their current fielding positions, and we work towards it. So it's a process where we work on all 22 players or 25 players.
All right, that concludes our pre-departure press conference. Thank you, coach. Thank you, captain, and wish you all the very best. Thanks to the media for joining in. Thank you.